Strip searching happens all the time in prison.
When I started training at the prison, one of the things we went over was strip searching. They said, whenever you perform a strip search, the first thing you do is you have them take all of their clothes off, put them down in front of you, and you go through each piece of clothing individually. Make sure you wear gloves because something can stick or poke you, especially whenever, somebody's coming from the pallet shop that we had, because they work with a lot of wood. You can get splinters or something else. They said, when you inspect somebody's body, if they have an area where there's a fold, you can ask them to open or whatnot like that. Like you can have them put their arms up. If they're a woman and they have boobs, or if they're a man and they have boobs, you can ask them to lift their boobs up. If they have if they have male genitalia, you can ask them to lift it up. And you can ask them to open their butt cheeks so you can look. It's not. Whenever you would have new guys come in and you would have to do these strip searches, you'd have a sergeant that's right outside the room, and as a new officer, they would make you do them all the time to get used to it. Well, whenever you would do it and you'd have new guys come in, they'd be very aggressive about it because they didn't like other men looking at them. The guys that had been there for a long time, they would just do it, hurry up, get done with it, and then leave. Well, the new guys would come in and be like, oh, why are you trying to look at a man? What, you gay? You gay? You trying to look at me naked? No, man. It's not that I want to do that at all. I just want to get this done, get this over with, so you can go back to the unit, and I can get up out of here and go eat. One of my first times that I ever did a strip search at the pallet factory, I had a guy come up to me. He said, whatever you do, when you touch John's clothes, make sure you change gloves. Nobody wants you touching the rest of our clothes. I was like, why don't you want me touching your clothes after I touch his? They said because he was messing around with another dude on the block, and now his penis is green and it's supposed to fall off. I was like, what? They said, yeah, it's green and it's gonna fall off, and I don't want you touching my clothes after that. Dude comes in 2 minutes later, he strips down, and I see that it's green. I was like, oh my God. He looks up at you, he's like, did they tell you that it was going to fall off? I said, yeah. He's like, that's not it at all. I was like, what is it? And he's like, I had it tattooed on the outside. Why would you have it tattooed outside? He's like, you see your curiosity right there? He's like, women are exactly the same way. And I was like, that works? He's like, it does indeed. He's like, I can't even tell you what my number is. He said, shoot, I may or may not be able to tell you that it has worked a time or two in here as well.